on a little bit later than I wanted, but yeah, I'll be able. It is now 12:20, and I will be coming to you for 12:22, and we can do probably a quick interview then. Okay, about 6 minutes, and if we've got more to say, and you can hold on, we can do that. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff here, so. There we go.
That's great.
All right, no, but I do want to talk about it's a 2-point spread, is that correct?
I haven't checked the point spread, but I know it's going to be close.
Yeah, let me see here. I think the last I heard it was 2 points. Let's see here. ETSU, UNCG point spread.
Program history, the current 16-game winning streak is the longest winning streak in the nation.
All right.
The Bucks currently holding a
Daily lines.
lead in the all-time series against the Spartans. The ETSU women, they'll be back in action coming up on Thursday afternoon when they play host to Wofford. The ladies are 15.
2.5 point.
8 and 2.
2.5, okay.
2.5 to 3.5, depending on who you're looking at, basically right now. And I'm a little surprised. But I'm not stunned. You get 3 points, at home usually. Well, at least in football you do.
With a sports flash on 1420
I wouldn't touch
Sports Radio Tri-City.
Yeah, well, I don't think I ever have, but yeah. It's fun, just fun. The money is going this way, ETSU pushed against VMI, but 14 points, so.
Yep, this is, I wouldn't touch this one.
Okay. Jeff Mills covers the UNCG Spartans for Greensboro.com. And you know what? This might be the game of the day in college basketball. When you consider you've got ETSU tied with Cincinnati for the nation's longest winning streak, and really conference supremacy is at hand, because if UNCG, which is anywhere from a 2.5 to a 3.5 point favorite, depending on your source, can win the game, then they're only a game back of the SoCon title, if you will, or first place in the SoCon. And, ETSU does have some tough games here. So, Jeff Mills, let me ask you this. How has UNCG changed since a month ago when the Bucks defeated the Spartans 68-58 in Johnson City?
They're still a very similar team to the way they were at that last game. What they do this year and what they started doing last year was they really changed their defensive philosophy. And that's where everything starts now for UNCG is they defend. You'll see a 1-2-2 three-quarter court pressure. They'll mix up zones and man in the half court, and their goal there is really to just defend you hard for every possession, and that's where their offense comes from. They're turning people over and they're holding people to. I think that last I checked, they're number 8 in the nation in scoring defense. But since conference play started, they're number 2 in the conference behind ETSU. These are probably the 2 best defensive teams I'll see all year.
That's a good point right there. And when you think about it, 68-58, generally a low-scoring game. That was the marker in Johnson City. But as I've been looking at some of the box scores of UNCG, I noticed Francis Alonso, who coming into the year, you couldn't have told me he wasn't the best player in all of the Southern Conference. But ETSU, they put Jermaine Long on him in the first game, got him to shoot when he could. They wanted him to shoot from the left side rather than the right, where they thought he was more effective. And he was held to 10 points against ETSU. Since then, he's had 3 single-digit scoring games, including just 5 with Western Carolina. Are other teams making him shoot from the side of the court that he doesn't like? What's wrong with Francis Alonso?
I don't know if there's anything wrong with Francis Alonso. I think what has happened a little bit is his role has changed just a little bit. Their backup point guard, Malik Massey, got hurt. He's got a stress fracture in a foot. So Francis has become not just a pure shooting guard anymore. They need him to help. They need him to handle the ball and facilitate a little bit more than he has been earlier in the season. So if you look at his point totals the last few games, they're down, but his assist totals are up because he's being asked to handle the ball a little bit more, being asked to pass the ball. And, if you're an opposing team, you have to account for him. You have to put a defender on him. You have to. A lot of teams will double him. And so if he gets doubled, he's going to find somebody else that's open. And they're getting a little bit more scoring from Marvin Smith, who's a senior on this team. They're getting a little bit more scoring down low from James Dickey the last few games. I'm not sure that Francis is really in so much of a slump as he is. Just his role has changed just a little bit. while they wait for Malik Massey to recover from that stress fracture.
Well, I also was impressed with Jordy Kuiper, who has scored 10 or more points in the last 3 games, and I guess 10 or more in the last 4 or 5. He's a forward, senior forward for the Spartans, and before he scored double-digit points in 4 of his last 5 games, he only had double-digit points in 3 games all before then. So I thought, okay, here's another guy. They're feeding, perhaps Alonzo feeding Kuiper a bit, but, and I've got 2 minutes here, Jeff Mills of Greensboro.com covering the Spartans, but is it that Alonzo is playing more the point why his shooting totals have been less impressive, that double teaming then? Because I know, for instance, against Samford, he was 8 of 9 from the 3-point arc. Since then, 9 of 38? Is it the double teaming, or is it the ETSU strategy of get him on the other side of the court?
It's a little bit of getting him on the other side of the court, and it's also a little bit of having him shoot off the dribble. He's a much better catch-and-shoot player than he is getting his own shot off the dribble. And I think that's pretty common in the college game. Is for a guy to, he's a guy that I love the expression, but he moves well without the ball.
Oh,
he is better when he's just catching the ball and shooting, as opposed to when he brings the ball up the court. He's not as great a shooter off the dribble as he is catching it. And you mentioned Jordy Kuiper. Jordy, he's a 5th-year senior in this program, and he's really the guy that makes them go. I mean, he does all the dirty work that you really don't see. He's a leader on that defense as far as being able to communicate out there, and he's always going to look to pass first. But he's been leaving him open, and he's been hitting shots.
Well, I can tell you, Steve Forbes has said that Francis Alonzo plays as well away from the ball as any player he has ever seen in major college basketball. So, and I consider the SoCon D1 here. Hey, I got 15 seconds. Who's going to win the game of the day, really, in college basketball, in my opinion? UNCG or ETSU?
It's flip the coin, because I think that I'll tell you what, if ETSU wins this, it's over in the Southern Conference. There's no way that anyone catches them for the regular season title and the top seed in the tournament. So I think the pressure's more on UNCG. They have to keep it close. They have to win this game. So I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole as far as putting any money on it or anything like that. But I think maybe the Spartans can get them at home and they'll split.
Yeah,
Let's call it 62-60.
62-60. All right, so that's enough not to say bet one way or the other. Okay, I got that. Trust me, I make a lot of picks that way myself here. So anyway, thanks.